understanding of what that is. It's a franchise, okay? And it was started because Dennis Henson is, in my opinion, the king of real estate knowledge. And he doesn't just know about land trust, though he does know a lot because thank you, Randy Hughes. And he doesn't just know about subject to, but he knows a lot because of thank you, Roger Pascal, and so on and so forth, multiplied 1,000 times. The man is incredible, and he has duplicated himself by creating these franchises that he's given us the opportunity to connect with. And we then can take so much of his information and put it in the hands of people like yourselves and pass on what he already knows, what he's already learned, and we have the privilege of sharing it with each one of you. So I get to be what we call an Impact Master Trainer in the Longview, Texas area, and I have learned so much. If Dennis knew me a year and a half, 2 years ago, and he could tell I was clueistic about real estate investment, because my husband was the guy who did that thing. That was his thing, not my thing. And after I moved to Longview with Doug, long story, we've been married almost 35 years, but life happens. So I was in DFW, he was already in Longview, and when I got to Longview, he's like, yeah, I've been doing real estate, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, well, why don't you come to the real estate meeting? And so that's where it started for me, and since then I've just been in this learning phase, and I've come so far because of the system that is already in place. It is systematizable, it is learnable, it is something that's duplicatable. So I just encourage you to check it out more. Thanks.
Great, don't leave.
Don't leave.
Okay, part of the real impact training, becoming an IMT is this working? Yeah. Yep. You have to go through the training. You have to actually take the training yourself. And you're going through that, you're gonna have your test in about 2 weeks.
Yes.
How has that helped you, or has that helped you in your real estate investing? Does that make you a better real estate investor?
Yes. Absolutely. Just as many of you are sitting here today and you're hearing all this terminology about trustees and beneficiaries and yada, 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 lots of terms, and we're trying to get that definition connected to the right word and not get it mixed up. So too, the same thing happens when you walk through one of the impact training programs, because it's going to teach you step by step, cumulatively, what you need to know to invest in real estate and do it effectively and not make stupid mistakes, not make costly mistakes. Ashley?
How has that built your confidence in your own personal real estate investing business and growing it yourself and taking action?
Well, it has built my confidence because when Dennis said, if you'll do this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you'll get this. And he hasn't been wrong once. When I've been faithful to follow through, do the steps that are built in, there are assignments that you have to do when you're walking through this program. How many of you have ever gone on a diet? How many of you lost weight with that diet? How many of you, after you got through, put it back on? Okay, real estate investing can be kind of like that, because if you don't have accountability built into it, like Weight Watchers, because you're being accountable to someone, if you don't have that built into it, chances are you're going to end up right where you were before. Well, real impact provides that accountability for you. So you're able to step in and go, oh, I got to show up next week and have these things done. I got to make sure I have them done. Because that's built into the program, it forces you into success. It really, really does, right? Brittany? Brittany's one of our students, right, Blake? Blake's one of our students. He can tell you that. So I'm just saying, it works.
Thank you so much. All these people here get to tell the story. If you're an IMT, would you stand up? Cam. Now these people, these people have these groups. They've been through the training, and they're anxious to train you. If you don't sign up with them, you'll learn how to become a real estate investor if you go out there and do it. It won't take you more than 7, 8, 10 years. I'm not going to sit down now. But if you go through this training, I've had a number of students that have gone through the training that have become multi-millionaires in months. Multi-millionaires. You've seen some of them. At the last meeting that was here on Monday night, one of them was here, and he's written a book. some of the students that have gone through this training are some of the most successful real estate investors in Texas. And Roger knows that. Roger, come up. We can't get through without. Roger came to me and he said, Dennis, what do you say about the training? Dennis.
I said, Dennis, you've got the best training out there available. I've worked with investors that have gone to all the different types of real estate courses over the years. I met Dennis about 15 years ago. And I went to him about 3 years ago and said, Dennis, we gotta figure out a way to duplicate you. First thing he said, it's not gonna work. It has to be on one-on-one training, and I can only do so much myself. I said, let me think about it, let me come back. So I came back with a business plan. That's where we came up with Impact. And what we do is we train the trainers. And we help people that have groups. Literally everybody in here that's an IMT, we've had groups, myself included, and we're good at 2-3 different ways of investing. But we're not good at lots of different ways of investing, because that's kind of what we specialize in. Me, subject to, the Toons are tax sales and rehabs, and I do single family rentals, and Tim in Wichita Falls, Tim and Gabi, they do fix and flips and some rentals out there, but mainly fix and flips. But what we bring to the table to all the IMTs is we're gonna train you all the different ways to invest. And you may not invest in all those ways, but you do have people that will come to you and say, how do I do whatever it may be? So Dennis and I have put together, I feel, the most extensive training program there is out there. We teach you not only how to buy a property, that's easy. People look at it and think, oh, that's hard. No, that's easy when it comes down to it. It's building the business plan. It's, as Renee said, staying accountable, making sure you're doing everything you need to do. We bring you special programs like we have Randy here this week. Where else would you have learned about land trust in the detail that Randy is giving us today? Okay, so, but like I said, we have a system that nobody else can match. I've talked to people that go through these other mentors and training systems, and they're lacking a lot of information. You know, well, I went through this, but I don't know how to find the money. I had one lady call me and she says, every deal I do, I get 24 other people to invest with me. We do one deal, 25 people putting money in because we don't know how to go find money. Money's really the easiest part of this business, is finding money. So, and she said, I have 2 properties that we haven't finished because none of us can decide on how much to invest to put the toilets in on both properties. They've been ready for 3 months and we can't make a decision. And people are, I could have done the cabinets cheaper. I know a guy that could have done the toilets cheaper, or whatever it may be. That's not the way you invest. So, so like I said, this is an incredible process. Dennis has the best system out there is. So, Dennis, back to you.
Thank you very much. Wait a minute, one other thing. I'm obsessive compulsive. Did you know that?
Let his disorder work for you.
That's what I wanted you to say. Thank you.
I say that all the time.
I literally cannot leave anything out. I mean, I literally, everything has to be in place. So what we teach in our training is the 5 M's. And that's everything. Mining, money, maintenance, marketing, managing. There's everything. There's nothing left in real estate once you know how to find the deals, find the money, get the property fixed up, market it, and manage it. What else is there? And if you know those things and how to do all the basics of those things, you will become successful. But if you don't, you will fail. And you'll fail over and over and over again. Eventually you'll figure it out, but it'll take you years to do. But why not take a shortcut? So Randy, don't want to take any more of your time. Isn't he wonderful? I'm so honored that you came. I appreciate you. Because Tim asked Randy to come. And Randy said, no, I can't do that. Tim, tell him. Randy, turn your mic off.
Okay, I was interested in land trust, and so Dennis has on his site has, a training on land trust. He references the course, and so, I bought the course and looking for a program, so, I wanted Randy to come down to Wichita Falls to do a training. And he said, yeah, I'll come if you guarantee me, like, I don't know, like $1,500 in sales or something. I said, well, I can't guarantee that, cause if, you know, I'd have to pay for it in my pocket if people don't show up, right? You know, so anyway, so I said, okay, so I got the course and started doing everything, and then, talked to Dennis about that. He said, well, why don't we just like put all the groups together and bring him down, he can do like a week-long thing. So he's here for a week-long.
All right, give him the microphone. Thank you, Tim. Yes. Yes.